How's it going, everybody? Today I hope you're tuning in because of what the thumbnail said about wanting a darker green grass, and I've got it for you. It's the Greene County Fertilizer's answer to darkening up your lawn, and Jake the Lawn Kid termed this combination as the double dark combo. Now you have the MicroGreene 002 and the GreeneEffect 700. Now the MicroGreene has that 2% potassium in it, but it also has magnesium, copper, manganese, zinc, 3% sulfur, and 3% iron, which is where you're going to get a lot of color from. A couple other of those micros are also responsible for enhancing chlorophyll production, so they help as well. But what's special about MicroGreene is it also has 8% humic acid and 2% sea kelp. So basically you have 2/3 of an application of RGS when you put this out at the label rate. The potassium is also going to help it maintain during times of drought, heat, stress. The other product is called GreeneEffect. GreeneEffect is 7% nitrogen, also responsible for green up and growth. It also has 3% sulfur and 6% iron. So these two products together, 9 ounces of MicroGreene per 1,000 and 6 ounces of GreeneEffect per 1,000, are going to get you that double dark look. Now I'm going to be applying this at about 5 ounces of each, which is roughly, I don't know, let's just say 2/3 of a full dose. I don't quite need that much, so I'm not going for super dark. I'm just looking for a color response. And the reasons you would use this is to, let's say you wanted to prepare for a holiday gathering. July 4th is coming up in about a month, and July 4th is coming up in about a month, and you want your yard to look extra special. So maybe about a week before. Now this product combination would be perfect for when you apply herbicides. Some herbicides will start to take a little color out of your lawn. This will bring it back and kind of just hide that from happening, and also make it even darker than it was before. Another reason you would use this combination is to supplement what you already have in your NPK program, and it would be really good to use in the heat of summer when you don't want to add a lot of NPK, specifically a whole lot of nitrogen in the heat, because you don't want to cause excessive growth during times of stress and drought and heat. You would also get a nice color response from this and a healthy dose of micros. So micros are something that are necessary for the plant to thrive, and just like the name micros, they're micronutrients, and they also are applied in micro doses, nowhere near the levels of NP and K that you would apply in a regular granular fertilizer or even a liquid fertilizer. So let's go fill up the sprayer, spray this out. I'm going to wait about 5 days, and we're going to come back and look at this, and we're going to check that domination line between my house and my neighbors. And if you really want to stand out with a domination line, then this is how you do it. I just shot a whole scene, did everything like I was supposed to, and wasn't recording. So I'm going to go over this again. This time you'll hear it. Anytime you're using a N-ext product, you need to make sure you thoroughly shake the container to make sure that all the contents that have settled have been mixed back into suspension. Also, when you're filling a tank sprayer, whether it's a backpack or any other tank sprayer like mine, the manufacturer recommends that you fill up your tank halfway with water, somewhere in that range, before you add your concentrates. Then you add the rest of your water, you mix it, and you're ready to apply. But they also have another rule of thumb or requirement, which is they want a 7-to-1 ratio, 7 parts water to every part concentrate, so that the formulation is liquefied enough or thin enough for it to flow through the sprayer. And anyway, it's just the right ratio for it to be foliarly applied or applied in general through a sprayer. So I've already poured my concentrate, but I'll demonstrate shaking the container one more time. All right, pouring enough. The reason that we need to add water to the sprayer tank first is because if you mix concentrates without having any carrier involved, some of the elements inside these concentrates can react with one another. In the cases of the N-ext products, you don't have any harmful reactions, but you may see some elements fall out of suspension or fall out of solution and coagulate in the bottom and make a muddy looking mess. It literally almost solidifies into a gel. So in order to prevent that, you add your carrier into your sprayer, add your concentrates, mix it up, and we're ready to apply. So in my case, I'm doing 8,000 square feet of my lawn, and I'm gonna mix in 40 ounces of microgreen. So that's gonna be 5 ounces per 1,000. All right, this is the GreeneEffect. This is the one with 7% nitrogen, so it's going to give you a boost of growth. It's going to give you a boost of green up. The green up will come from the nitrogen, the sulfur, and the iron. So we're also going to shake this one. This one does not contain humic acid. It's going to have a tint to it. It's going to be a greenish color tint to it. So we're going to shake this up, make sure it's well suspended, and we're also going to apply 40 ounces of the concentrate to our lawn. So check this out. It's just as easy as that. Now, iron does stain as well as humic acid. So when you're applying this, you need to steer clear of impervious surfaces, or at least make sure not to spray things like your siding of your house or a fence or your driveway. Definitely cars. All right, so Mr. Perry told me after I asked him, can I apply RGS in this tank mix with this? And he told me that he did not recommend it because it may coagulate the solution. So we're gonna mix this up and we're gonna get in the yard. But before we spray it, I'm gonna give you a tour of what the Domination line looks like now so that we can compare it next week. It'll be in the same video for you, but for me it'll be next week. So here we go. I'm a flip-flop guy. I mow, I trim, and a lot of times I spray And a lot of times I spray my humic solutions in flip-flops, and last year I really learned the hard way because my toenails and my feet turned black, like chocolate stained, and it took a week or two for me to get it out of the toenails and all that good stuff. Didn't bother me, I don't care. But that iron will also stain, so I'm gonna wear, there they go. I'm gonna wear some rubber, they're boots, but they're like ankle boots. They're ugly blue shoes I wore in another video. Anyway, I just want to give you a really good shot of the Domination line. And right now, at this camera angle, I hope you can see that. Well, I can't hardly do it. This is the line, right? Ooh, this is hard. Man, I feel bad. All right, so that's the line right here. I actually have a little better color than he does. My neighbor has a common Bermuda lawn, and it struggles over here in this little shady spot. He even cut up some sod and put in here hoping it would spread. So give you a little better angle right here. Right here where my finger's at is the property line. So we're going to be looking at this, and okay, so this is the same property line, just further down. There's a big natural area, flower bed in between where we just were and where we are now. So you can see right, these damaged spots are from where the trailer hitch of my mower always catches when I go down in the ditch. I'm not real worried about it. It'll grow back in. But right here about where my finger is the property line. So we're gonna get a good look. It goes this way. I'm on my side of the property line, so this side is mine, and it looks pretty good. I got a few weak spots, but we're working on it. All right, we're gonna go take a look from the road and see how it looks from the road so we can compare next time. All right, we're at the road in front of my house. I do have a lot of work to do on edging this road again. I had it perfect last year, and some smart asses with cars decided they wanted to drive on it and mash it flat, and that's what happened. But give you a shot of what she looks like. It's pretty solid, and I'm hoping you can see the Domination line right there by the electrical pedestal. So that's the difference between a Centipede and a Zoysia lawn. All right, here we are about 24 hours after we applied the GreeneEffect and MicroGreene double dark combo at 5 ounces of product, each product together. And I wanted to show you the 24-hour difference in what the Domination line looks like right now. So there appears to be a lot of brown in my lawn right here, but it don't look that bad in person, so it's not as distinct as it is on camera. So anyway, I can see that difference. Let's go take a look at the rest of the yard. All right, this is my other property line on the other side, and you can kind of see right where my finger is, there's a line there. That is actually the property line, and I guess it was sprayed. The neighbor sprayed it or something to distinguish mine from his, but you can see where the Zoysia has worked over and outcompeted his Centipede. I think that's a pretty good color change and color response from the double dark combo. Let's get over here out of the sun. Yeah, that's a little better. Anyway, so if you have plans of dominating your neighbor, or you have plans for making your yard look good for a holiday or special event, if you're trying to bring back a big color pop, or not big color pop, if you're trying to bring back some color from, let's say, a herbicide application, or if you just want to apply this in general for a nice color pop anytime, the GreeneEffect and MicroGreene from Greene County Fertilizer is your answer. So hope you enjoyed it this week, and stay tuned for my next video. Alright, it's been like 5 days since I put out the Double Dark. I just wanted to come in and show you what it's looking like. It's kind of hard to see in this dappled shade, but it looks really good. I can definitely see a line up here, which is the Domination line. After I applied the Double Dark, I put out a combination of 2 herbicides, and one is pretty tough on the grass. So I had a lot of yellowing throughout the week, and I was going to shoot, an update, but the lawn was completely yellow. And luckily, it has bounced right back, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, I still got a couple little bare spots here and there. I'll show you a couple. I mean, like, there's one right there. Got a little bit right here in front of me, but I mean, it's still growing in. Those were some of the bare spots that we had coming out of winter, and they have closed in probably 85% from where they were. I'm also going to put out a video soon about the herbicide I put out, and we're going to talk about that as well. Let's go take a look at the Domination line. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up what I see, but mine is definitely darker than that common Bermuda behind me that's really tall, which is a bright yet lime green color. But anyway, I do have some shade problems on this side that I can't control, and that does cause the grass to be a little thin, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Just wanted to give you a view of how the Double Dark combo can make yours look better than the one beside you. So we're going to do one more right here. Alright, using the front camera on my phone here, you can see a whole lot better the color difference on that Domination line. To me, I can see it here on screen. But I mean, the rest of the yard looks pretty good too. I mean, look at that line over there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. I mean, that's Centipede next door, and yeah, I've got that beat. Still working on these thin spots here. This is part of my shade project, as well as the entire, where's my finger? That entire side of the house going to the back. So I'm gonna give you a shot of this. Definitely darker green than the Bermuda grass. Kind of wrap things up here. I'm gonna get down in the lawn a little bit and show you what the herbicide did as far as damage. If you can see that yellowing, I had a whole lot more of it before, and I also am going to be applying a couple of fungicides, propiconazole and azoxystrobin. So if there's any fungus out there dwelling in the yard, I'm going to put it out at the preventative rate. I did have a lot of rust in the yard, but it has kind of cleared up for now. But the spores are still there, and it can make a comeback. So that's what she looks like. Let me see if I can zoom back out here. There's the spot that I'm filling in for now. And if you remember, when I top dressed all of that I just showed you, and this entire length of the driveway. and it has filled in. I do have one little weak spot here. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I believe 90% of my fill-in problems are coming from shade, and also since my soil is naturally extremely dry, I'm having a moisture problem due to the trees sucking it up. So I don't know if you can see this dark line right here. That was definitely an overlap on the herbicide and it was definitely deep yellow the other day. As well as this spot here, I must have over applied there, but it's coming back really good. That should wrap us up for the double dark combo. That's going to give you some sulfur, iron, nitrogen, a little potassium, and a handful of micros, all of which pretty much aid in photosynthesis, which is going to turn you darker. So from this angle here, you can see the domination line there, and it looks pretty good. Get you some of that. And another good tip is when the heat is here in the summer and it's 100 degrees for a week or two, and you don't want to push a lot of growth with nitrogen, you can apply this combination and it will help darken that lawn up like it was fertilized, but it will not push a bunch of growth. So there you have it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.